nerdy neighbors. Welcome back to your friendly neighborhood comic show, and welcome back to the nerdy neighborhood. I think I did that backwards today, but that's okay. I'm your host, Lauren, your friendly neighborhood bi. And as you can tell, we got some great indie comic creators joining us today. We have David Hazan, who you might know from Mad Cave Studios' published comic, Nottingham, which is one of my personal favorites. And then you got Alex Moore over here, artist for Red Sonja, and I'm sure other things I don't know about. Alex, you look terrified. Are you okay?
No, oh my god, I just have like resting panic face. It's just like there's a constant frown and like and also the other awful thing I do, because I used to work as like a teaching assistant at university, is I like roll my eyes when someone asks me a question, and it just made it look as though I thought all the students were asking like the dumbest thing, which probably just like wrecked their concepts, but it's like no, it's just me like checking the files and being like processing. Yes, that wasn't great.
I love that. If you were a teaching assistant, you could probably eye roll the kids, and they were shocked. They're like, a teacher and assistant can do better than me. What's happening?
Oh wow. No, actually, our course leader could do some like pretty sick burns. So ooh, yeah. But so I left that to them. I think at the beginning I was too intimidated by the students, because it was all like, oh my god, they're all like young and cool and trendy, and then by the end of it they were just like talking in memes because I'd got like way too old, and it was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. And they were just like, dab, and it's like, what?
They're like, that was 6 years ago. What the hell is that?
Yeah. Well, I haven't been there for a while, so
right. That's how I feel. I'm 27 going on 28. So I'm either very young to some or I'm older to some. Depends on who you are. But either way, I'm starting to get out of touch with things. So like,
it's scary.
It is.
I am 31.
See, you're a couple years ahead of me. So David, you can tell me my future. Where will I be at 31?
Just the same, but more tired.
Yeah.
Damn it.
God, I hate to say this, but I'm actually like 34.
Oh my
which tends to like shock people.
Oh my god,
horribly.
wow, I look tired compared to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess all the like gallons of like Coke Zero I drink like preserves me from the inside out. I don't know.
What has mine been doing then?
I'm glad, Alex, that you ended after Coke, like the gallons of Coke, you ended it with 0.
Yeah.
I was getting worried. I was like, if you stop there, Alex, we might need an intervention.
Yeah, I don't think cocaine does much for your longevity.
No.
No.
What if I've got a pitch, right? What if they put it back into the Coca-Cola? What if they put the cocaine back in?
I would die, for one.
But
you just
if you drink Coke Zero, it'll have 0 Coke still. That's the one version without it, so you'll be fine. The rest
I think that's how that works.
Yeah, I was just like, you just hear the faint pop of my heart exploding all the way over the various bodies of waters you're on the other side of me from. But yes,
absolutely terrifying. Well, I love this because we already have a theme that is actually in the name of the title of the comic here that you have coming out from Zach Comics, Death Drop. So we've got the Death Drop part. Now we just need the Drag Assassin. So we're on a great roll.
Wait, we're here to talk about comics?
Yeah,
not cocaine, guys. This is not your friendly neighborhood cocaine show. That is not what's happening. I'm sorry. Was that misleading?
That's filming next door, right?
Yeah, that's the 10 p.m. show.
It's called What's the Crack? That was terrible. I'll go. Sorry.
Honestly, I absolutely love that. If you're not in our Discord, Alex, you need to join the Discord because that's the exact kind of chaos and the kind of bad pun that happens every single day in there.
Oh, I mean, that sounds I mean, I already lurk on like so many Discord channels, and it's just like I find Discord like so intimidating. But no, I mean, yeah, if there's one for this, I'd be more than happy for.
Discord can be overwhelming for sure, but. Yeah, it's a ton of fun in there, and people are just as chaotic as we are all right now, which I think is perfectly fitting again. So, trying to get on the topic of comics, I'm sure we'll come back to the Coke, though. Don't worry, viewers. I'm sure we will get there. I really love the idea of this comic. I need to actually put it on screen here so people can see you. But whoever wants to start us off, tell us just in your own words what the heck Death Drop Drag Assassin is, because it sounds gay, which is already off to a great start for me.
Yeah. It's gay. My ex-mate's Y pitch is like, it's Jessica Jones meets John Wick with drag queens. That's where we're at.
What that?
But essentially, Death Drop is an ex-hitman turned drag queen who is spurred into action to hunt to track down her missing drag sister as a rash of mysterious deaths and disappearances spreads across the city's queer districts.
Ooh, I really like that. It's like a movie Netflix could make but won't because they suck now.
I mean, I'm not going to disparage them in case they try. Okay.
I would have no problem with them. Yes, driving the hypothetical money truck up to the door. How much money is probably in the truck these days? But
it's true. See, that's why Netflix don't call me. That's fine, but give them a call. They're worth it.
Give us a call. But first, say yes to the writers who are striking and give them what they're asking for.
Yep. Yeah, that whole it's been really interesting, for lack of a better word, to watch it unfold as it has, and still will continue, especially how it could impact other industries like comics and things like that. So I'm really hopeful to see where that goes, and I really hope that books like this aren't halted, and that you all, of course, are getting paid. But we all know those wages for comics, I'm sure, could be much better.
We'll find, if there is money in comics, we will try to find it our very damnedest.
It's a treasure hunt. I mean, why do you think people have Kickstarters? It's a group scavenger hunt at that point. Everybody jump in. But the cool news about this book is that Scouts already picked it up, so it's coming out in June, which I think is actually really perfect timing because June is the National Pride Month, I do believe. So
it is. That one was very obviously intentional. I was pretty keen to get this one out during Pride Month to hopefully give it a bit more of a platform, and the more eyes on it, the better. Because I think Alex has made it look very pretty, and I've tried my damnedest to keep up with them.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Oh no, I meant to say something. No, I mean it's always really fun to work on because there's like a really great mix of sort of like pithy character stuff and then also like action, and. Yeah, so there's been lots to get my teeth into with this one. So, hopefully it goes down well. All those people who love buying all the issues of Nottingham will come along for this, maybe? I don't know.
Please. I could only dream of those people coming along for this ride. And there is some, like, connective tissue between the two things.
Ooh.
I mean, this is a noir in a very different sense. Instead of this sort of like gritty, dour kind of medieval thing, we've got like a vibrant, poppy, campy, but not at the sake of the story, neo-noir. And yeah, there's some elements that overlap. So if any Nottingham fans are listening, you should pick up Death Drop Drag Assassin. It's pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like even though, like you said, there are some very visual, immediate differences between those genres and worlds, and there obviously need to be. The noir genre in general, whatever type of noir it is, kind of, goes well with the gritty medieval world of Nottingham in general, with a lot of its themes and how thematic it can be. And this cover alone, Alex, this is incredibly thematic. It's like right in the middle of a battle. I feel like I'm like right in the middle of a John Wick fight or an anime with like the biggest fight scene ever. How the heck did you come up with this cover? Like, was it something that David said you have added? Was it something you both worked on together?
I don't know. I think it was just taking sort of like visual things from in the issue. I don't know, because you kind of like need to get across what it is. Try and like sell it in a single image. So although, as David will always point out, it's not just about punching homophobes. There's a lot more going on about this. But yeah, it's the whole thing of like trying to come up with a striking image that's gonna like catch people's eyes, but also, I don't know. So you've sort of got like the makeup mirror and them sort of like smashing through it. I don't know. I think I just wanted to draw some smashing glass, which seems to have become a bit of a running thing through this.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, that was all you. You were just like, I really like smashing glass, and then it's every issue some smashed glass motif is just right there.
It's very intentional and completely thought out from the beginning. Went in with that in mind. Yep. Absolutely.
That's going to be your call sign now, Alex. If I see smashing glass, Alex Moore, where are you? Come out from the bushes.
Well, that's better for me drawing like some absolutely like a banging like cascade of horses going across on like little tiny bicycles. And then everyone's like, forevermore, you must do this. So...
I just imagine you stalking every single Jewish wedding. Just...
No longer a wedding crasher, it's a wedding smasher. And it's, just smashing glass, that's all it is. Nothing more, guys, nothing more.
Oh, you were right about the puns, weren't you?
Yeah, we specialize in them here. I have been poisoned, and happily so. So with this series, how many issues can we expect from it that you're allowed to say?
5 issues. Yeah.
Okay.
5 issues.
5 issues.
I would love to do more, but let's see how the first 5 go.
Right. Absolutely. Were there any specific, other stories, or especially like queer stories that kind of inspired this? Because I know you guys talked about, kind of the John Wick genre and things like that, which really brings in the action, the noir part. What really stuck with you to say we want to make this a very loud and queer story?
Well, for me, I think that that kind of retired assassin trope is a really powerful vehicle to talk about internalized homophobia. I think, a lot of people have done a lot of books, and Alex warned you I was going to bring this up, that are just about punching homophobes, and that's really great, and absolutely has its place, but we wanted to do something a little different, and we wanted to do kind of something that spoke to a broader range of experiences that queer people go through. And so I kind of landed on like using this retired assassin who's like in hiding from their former mentor as a vehicle to really dive into internalized homophobia, how it affects Death Drop's decision making, and how the healing power of drag unravels all of that.
Yeah, that is incredibly intense to throw under action-packed noir. By the way, internalized homophobia, we're gonna deconstruct that. But I love that, because that's the really cool thing about writing, especially with comics, is, and the art and the lettering and everything is, you can do that. You can have these different themes and these genres and all this action stuff and still find a meaningful way to tell that story that you're saying and tell those experiences. Because I agree. I think that's something that isn't talked about enough. And the stories that do tell it, they're minimal. And a lot of them deconstruct it very minimally. So a lot of times, the only time I see that, internalized homophobia really delved into is like if I read academia, which I don't read a lot of anymore, to be honest. It's a lot now.
So yeah, I decided to kind of put it under a microscope and the way Alex has drawn it really, the campness really distracts you from the message that we've kind of subtly subliminally inserted, and it's kind of, it's a really great juxtaposition to have that kind of
So it's not just gritty. I don't know.
yeah. It's like Nottingham is kind of grumpy all the time, and this has just this like layer of camp and sass, but it's intentional because it's hiding that undercurrent of discomfort. And Alex has done a really great job in bringing that to life.
Thank you. And I don't know, in terms of sort of like, because obviously like the inspiration stuff, like with the meat and bones of the story, obviously like David wrote all the like concept of the series and wrote the first issue before I'd sort of like even come aboard. But I don't know, I think in terms of like something that's really been inspiring as we've been going on is like what is going on in the world at the moment in terms of sort of like, God, not to like add on with like the heavy stuff, but just in terms of sort of like, how we're seeing books getting banned and all these sort of like, anti-drag storytime things being protested, sort of like the general sort of increase in sort of like, I don't know how comfortable people seem to be with being like outwardly homophobic, be it sort of like bodies of government or stuff like that. So I don't know, it's just, I'm quite glad we're putting something out that's sort of like, so I don't know, just a bit of a big middle finger to that. I don't know, it's just yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. And it sounds like it was very important to you all, and especially David, you spoke to this a lot, that you did, you were able to give a middle finger to it, but a bit different than just the regular screw you and decking a homophobe, and, that you wanted to approach it from a different way to, did you have the intention or the hope that you could reach, not just people that instantly, agree with, how we probably all think of these issues and things like that, but hopefully reach other people that may be, more hesitant or held back, and maybe say, oh, wow, like I got to read this issue. It was a ton of fun and all this, but looking back, there's actually this bigger theme in it, and it's making me think now.
I mean, you always try to, when you write, make people think. That's kind of the point. But my real objective in this was just to write the kind of queer comics that I wanted to read. And so I kind of saw a gap between what I was reading and what I wanted to read, and so I just wrote what I wanted to read. And if people enjoy it, if people get something out of it, that's awesome, because that's kind of the gratifying thing you want to hear, when the things that you want to read are also the things that other people want to read.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you guys, the letterer for this is Lucas Gattoni, who actually was chosen to win last year one of our awards for the Neighborlies as letterer of the year, which is super exciting. So what's it been like to work with Lucas on it? Because Lucas seems to be, getting more and more great work, as Lucas should. I mean, I say this pretty much in every interview. Lucas is one of the top 5 letterers in the business at the moment, just really quietly, and I've made it my personal mission, and he's kind of succeeding in it on his own, but it's almost narcissistic to say that I've made it my personal mission to make sure more people know that, because I've been working with Lucas on this really for the last 5-ish years now, almost. It's probably a little bit less than that, 3 to 4 years. I've been working on this for 5 years, but Lucas has been working on this for about 3-4 years. He's fantastic. He's also working on Monomyth, which is out now through Mad Cave Studios, which I've written as well. And I love collaborating with him, and it's always a blast. And he's one of the people I love the most in this industry, and I could keep gushing about how great Lucas is. So somebody please stop me. This is where I need like a virtual like water spray bottle.
Water spray bottle, or like just like play me off like it's an award show.
Start playing very loud music. All right, David, thank you so much. We're gonna move on now.
And then someone just appears behind me. Come on, Grandpa, back to the nursing home with you. But yes, Lucas is awesome. Award more than well deserved. And hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of him in the near future. But this year is very much the Hazan Gatoni alliance playing itself out on the pages of your favorite comics.
I love it. And you never know. I mean, Death Drop could become nominated for the Neighborlies at the end of this year. So everything's fair game. Everything is fair game.
I could only hope. But it's been an absolute blast to make this book. And that's most of the gratification you need. Other people's is nice to have, but enjoying doing the work, and also the fact that it was like, while it's got connective tissue to Nottingham, it was so different because the characters, some of them actually like each other, which is a wild concept when you've buried yourself in like grumpy bearded medieval men for
who just can't stop stabbing each other in the back.
Just really can't stop. They just cannot. It's compulsive. They cannot help themselves. So it's a nice change of pace from that to get a bit upbeat and sassy with it. Instead of having grim Everard Blackthorne just grunting all the time, and everybody else like they're in a Shakespearean drama, and he's just going.
Yeah, and I think I heard in another interview you did talking about Monomyth that the inspiration for that was partly Battle Royale is what Mad Cave came with you, so I don't think those characters are going to be getting along like gangbusters. I don't know. We'll see.
Have to wait and find out.
Have to wait and hunt it down. With these, upcoming 5 issues of Death Drop Drag Assassin, without giving away spoilers, of course, is there any particular issue in this limited series that you're most excited for people to get their hands on?
Oh God, there's so many twists. There's
little bits in each of them that I'm like, oh, I really like that bit. Oh, I really like that bit. So we need to just do a sort of greatest hits release at the end. But,
that would be fun. Like greatest hits. Death Drop Drag Twists. There you go. You guys can have that for free.
Also, Lauren, I must say, you are very good at saying the title of this series, because I haven't even tried yet, and I am terrified. It's like...
I can make D sounds, but like TH sounds, or like if I say L's a lot, which is horrible for my name itself, then I get tripped up.
Death Drop Drag Assassin. I don't understand what the deal is.
David's about to come over and be like, Alex, you can say my name, right?
Oh no, it's just a bit of a tongue twister. Death Drop. Yeah, I can't do it.
You don't have to move
I feel like when you're feeling the pressure to say it, it's gonna be a task. But if you just say Death Drop Drag Assassin, it's not that hard.
Okay.
I have to go back to speech therapy and remember, because if you ever have to or choose to do speech therapy, you learn where your tongue goes and for certain sounds, and D sounds there's a little tongue movement, but it's easier for me than other ones, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. Let's not talk about tongue movement. What am I saying? Back to that issue that you guys are most excited for us to read.
God, I was about to follow that up with something else, but I won't.
I knew. I was like, God, first now the tongue movement. Oh God, what have I done?
I like issue 4. I like issue 3. There's a bit in issue 2 that I really like.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. I feel like have escalating hard left turns. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the reactions once people get into that second issue and beyond. But yeah, definitely that. I think Alex and I are thinking about the same things. I I think the end of 3 is going to be where people go, what?
Yeah, there's definitely a point in that where it's like, okay, this is something else altogether. But yeah, I don't know how it ends, so I'm very curious to see what happens in issue 5. But,
that's fun. So David can torture you a bit with that.
I know, it's awful.
Yeah, don't remind me how much writing I have to do because I'll just implode here on stream.
Oh no. It's just 22 pages. It's
David
fine.
ends up like playing himself off, just plays music, black leaves, like black screen.
Yeah,
So issue 3 is where it's at, sounds like. And I actually really like hearing that because I think a lot of times, especially limited series, the first and the last issue are what people either buy most of or what they think will be the most impactful by the end. But it's really cool to hear that you both feel so confident about the middle and how it keeps us invested. So I'm really excited personally as a reader.
Thank you. I really think that if you can't answer the question of why is this issue important, you need to really go back to the drawing board and repace your book out. Because, I think pacing is just super important, especially when you're looking at 4, 5, 6 issues. There's not a whole lot of space. So if you're treading water for 20, 22 pages, you got a problem. And I never ever want to bore people. Which is why my storytelling is very compressed as opposed to the decompressed storytelling that I love to read. I just try to jam as much happening as I possibly can in because I don't want people to ever fall asleep on me.
Yeah. That makes a ton of sense. I know it can be tough, especially with how many comics are out there, especially the indie comics, and how many amazing creators are working their butts off just like you all are. It can be very hard to get your scene and to hold people's attention. But I'm super excited about this. I mean, I'll say Death Drop Drag Assassin as many times as I have to. Somebody give me a dare to say it like 10 times in a row, and then you'll have to buy all the issues. I'll do it.
No, we just need a soundboard of that.
Which I'll play in like every interview from now, and it's like, why are you American all of a sudden? Basically.
all of a sudden, I get an email, and David's like, "Hey, Lauren, I got that soundbite, and I'm looping it. You're welcome. It's everywhere now."
Just make a song out of it.
That would be so fun. We need a neighborhood DJ so they can remix things like that. That'd be so fun.
Yeah. That would be super cool. You could just have like an entire intro song made of sounds that your guests have made.
That's genius. I love that you said that because we actually need to redo our intro. Like the intro to the show is outdated now. So you know what? I'm going to consider that, David, and you'll have a big soundbite in it if we do it. And then probably something with Alex about Coke or God knows what.
Something outrageous.
Do you want to be known for smashing glass or Coke? You got to pick one, Alex.
Oh, shit.
It's a choice.
Oh, dear.
Now Alex doesn't know what to do.
Guess being known for great art is out the window already.
Damn.
You can reapply though. You can reapply.
I'm gonna go off and edit my Twitter bio now. Excuse me. It's
Neighborhood Glass Smasher. See, you can do that and be an artist. I'll allow that together. But the Coke, it's separate. Coke is by itself.
You need an award in the Neighborlies, Top Glass Smasher.
I love it.
Polymath.
But what if someone else is nominated for it with Alex? Then you have to battle it out.
Oh no! Shit.
Then I will personally I'll find this person, go to their house, and smash every single piece of glass in their house and leave.
And then leave Alex's card, so they think Alex did it.
No, I'll claim credit. Because there can't be a top glass smasher if there's no glass left to smash. That's all I'm saying. It makes sense.
Oh, okay. Now I see. Okay, now I see the picture. I didn't see that before. This is why you're the writer and not me. David's like 5 issues ahead.
It's like a twist.
Yeah, it was.
You wanted
why
a
would you do
twist, eh?
See, drag twist. There you go.
Yeah.
So next one. Be part 2 coming up. Well, is there anything else about Death Drop Drag Assassin that we need to know before it hits shops June 14th?
Well, just that it does hit shops June 14th. Well, we do have a couple of fabulous variants. We have a retailer incentive cover by the wonderful and talented Liana Kangas, and a Scout Comics web store exclusive that is by Alex, as well as the main cover A that is also by Alex that you showed on the screen. So bunch of different variants. June 14th, celebrate Pride Month with Death Drop Drag Assassin. It'll be great, I promise.
Yeah, it's a death drop you want to have during Pride Month. Thank David and Alex and Lucas. They're doing the
Exactly.
work. Alex, tell us where we can find you. Plug yourself away, all that good stuff.
So I am on Twitter at Not Another Alex. I'm on Instagram as Alex Moore Illustration, and I have a Substack which is alexmoreillustration.substack.com. Yeah. So that's me.
So you're always either Alex Moore illustration related, or you're not another Alex.
Yeah, I couldn't do Alex Moore Illustration as like Twitter was like that's too many letters. So no synergy for you. So
Twitter.
alas.
Ugh. Twitter being the way it is. Well, be sure to go check that out, you guys. Check out Alex's Substack. Substack is really great, so you can keep up with creators very directly, especially on social media, as the way they're changing algorithms. You don't always get to see the people you want and the work you want. So be sure to do that. David, plug yourself away. Where can people find a way to come to your house and break your glass? No, I'm kidding. Your social media would be great.
Yeah, you can find me at David T. Hazan on Twitter and Instagram, and also at my website at davidhazan.com.
That's easy. Man,
Yeah.
David got the synergy. I'm sorry, Alex. David.
Yeah, I couldn't get just my name on Twitter and Instagram, so I had to put the middle initial there.
Who's the
And
other
it's
David Hazan?
There are so many.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's a bit of a Smith type of surname in the
You got my
French-speaking
problem.
world.
I'm sorry.
In the French-speaking world, so I kind of stuck.
I didn't know it was French. That's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah. Because my dad was born in Morocco, so it's French Moroccan.
Ooh.
Fun facts with me.
we love colonization, but it's an interesting combination nonetheless.
I mean, we could talk about that. But maybe it's for another podcast when I can explain to you 500 years of family history leading back to the Spanish expulsion of the Jewish population. But that's another conversation for another
Just
day.
another normal chat, y'all. Just another normal one. Well, thank you both for being on the show today. Death Drop Drag Assassin. I'm starting to slack. Alex, you jinxed me. Issue number 1 will be out June 14th in shops. Be sure to call your LCS. Get in your orders as soon as you can. I'm not sure of the FOC final order cutoff, but the sooner you get your orders in, the better. Don't wait till June 10th, because orders will need to be in, and you'll have to go to your comic shop and be like, plus, spare another copy. Please give it.
Yeah. And we don't want you
check this out.
begging. We don't want you begging for books. We'd rather you just have them in your hand. Because I don't want another situation where that happens.
Another one?
Fighting,
Oh, no.
No fighting over books. I don't need another 5 printings of
No.
issue 1. Like, it's gratifying, but also I'd rather people just be able to read the book on release day. Like,
I keep on thinking for some reason if something goes to print again, it means you've somehow sold more books rather than if they just got the right number of pre-orders. So that's just something that's clicked in my brain.
Welcome to the magic of comics publishing.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a masterclass on how that works.
We need several hours and somebody much more knowledgeable than me.
That'll be our first masterclass, comic printings and how they work or how they don't work and how they make sense and don't make sense, apparently. Because I had no idea about that.
Anyway, talk to your comic book shop about Death Drop Drag Assassin. See, what a segue.
It was flawless, seamless. I didn't notice a thing. And now it got awkward because I did that. So that's on me. But regardless, y'all, call your shop, just like David said. If you want, just check out the Scout Comics website. You can Google it, go there. They have a web store exclusive from Alex there. So if you prefer to get it that way, you can do that. They also have, like, I think monthly boxes you can order from Scout, which is pretty cool. So if you like this book and you'd like to see more that Scout publishes, you can do that. Be sure to follow David and Alex because you're going to want to keep up and make sure you get all future issues of this. You don't just want a #1, guys. You want all of them, I promise you. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel here. All that super important but cheesy stuff that helps us grow. And join the Discord. If you like the chaos here and you want to be a part of it yourself, we're usually in the Discord, being obnoxious and silly, throwing ideas out there of what we want to do on the show and the nerdy neighborhood. It's a ton of fun. But yeah, otherwise, nerdy neighbors, we'll see you guys next time in the nerdy